Hello, welcome back to the Primetime Gym. Today we are going to start the first video in a new series we're going to call Basketball Fundamentals. And our focus today is going to be on ball control. With me today I have 8th grade girls basketball players from Valders, Megan Hochkammer and Audrey Wagner. Thanks for helping us out today. We're going to go through some basketball fundamental concepts involving ball control, talk about why it's important, and review several drills to help you improve your fundamentals out on the court. So let's get started. So basketball fundamentals is a pretty broad term. It's an age-old phrase. Everybody and their grandmother says fundamentals, 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 just got to practice fundamentals. So what does that mean? I mean, in basic terminology, it just means the player's ability to command the ball to do what they want the ball to do in that situation, whether that's catching it, throwing a pass, dribbling the ball, getting a rebound, shooting the ball, whatever. So we're going to go through some basic fundamental concepts with you here. And so to start off, what we're going to do is just kind of talk about the dribbling concepts. So let's take a look at that. So with dribbling the basketball, just like shooting or passing, you really have to command the basketball with your wrist and your fingertips. You get power from your body and you get power from your arms, but the accuracy always will come from your wrist and your fingertips. So when you're dribbling the basketball, you want to have that ball in a good place. So on your side, right about the level of your hip, and you should be pushing the ball down with your forearm at first, but then at the end, you should see a flick of the wrist, and the ball should always be commanded on your fingertips. If you would then cross that ball over, same thing, other side. Basketball has a right side of the court and a left side of the court. So coaches, I definitely recommend practicing 50-50. If you do all your practicing dribbling with your right hand, when you play games, you're going to wonder why the kids always end up in the right corner. And then from a defensive standpoint, it's pretty easy to defend a team that can only go right. So don't forget that left hand out there. So for basic dribbling, Audrey, let's have you stay right where you're at. Megan, let's come over a little bit. What I want you to do is I want you to stand about hip width apart, maybe shoulder width apart, a little more yet. And you're just going to bend your knees, be in a good athletic position, and let's just cross that ball back and forth, left and right. Go ahead. Okay, lots of wrists, lots of fingertips. Now try to get your eyes forward. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, now let's go on the right side only. Right side. Pound, 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 pound. Okay, lots of wrists, lots of fingertips. Be looking for the end of the dribble, the flexation of the wrist. Okay, a little bit higher than that, Meg. Yep. Okay. Now let's go V dribble, front, back on your right side. You can put your right foot forward on this one. Forward, pull it back, forward, pull it back, forward, pull it back. Keep that left hand out as a balance, kind of out in front of you to the left a little bit. That's your balance, also protecting the ball. Okay, let's switch it over to left side. Left side V dribble, left foot forward. I can't tell you how valuable it is to do ball handling drills when you're working with younger kids. The kids in general just want to shoot, and the secret of success in ball control is doing some of these ball handling drills in practice. Now let's go feet neutral. Let's go right hand V dribble in the front, left, right, in the front. Push it down nice and hard. Pound, 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 pound. Go left hand. Pound, 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 pound. Okay, good. Now let's put your right foot forward and let's go 1, 2 through. So you can spread out just a little bit from where you are and dribble, dribble through the legs, dribble, dribble through the legs. Okay, go ahead. 1, 2 through, 1, 2 through, 1, 2 through. 1, 2 through, 1, 2 through. Good. Now try through. Through. Good. All right. Now let's go in front of you and let's try to go pound, pound, cross, pound, pound, cross. Go ahead. Pound, pound, cross, pound, pound, cross, pound, pound, cross, pound, pound, cross. Good. Now pound, pound, cross, cross. Okay, all right, now get your feet right. Now let's increase the difficulty here. You probably need to be a little, like, pretty wide here. Okay, we'll go pound, 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 cross through. All right, pound, pound, cross through. Go ahead. Good. Okay, now let's add around the back. So we'll go pound, pound, cross through, around the back. Okay, good. Hold up for a second, girls. Okay, that was really good. Now, keep in mind, these girls are in 8th grade. It's been a lot of years of practicing fundamentals, so to get up to that point takes quite a bit of practice, but you can absolutely get there. If they can do it, you can do it. I will say that, you know, just basic, simple, if you're working with younger kids, you want to even just dribble in place. And so, again, when you're doing things, break it down, make it easier, and then build off of that. So let's just talk about our right hand protect real quick. So let's say the hoop is right there, the defender is right here. You're going to try to keep, it should be ball, then you, and then the defender. So turn sideways a little bit, have your left hips facing the camera, have the ball on your right side, and bend your knees good and start dribbling with your right hand. So you want your weight above your feet. You don't want to be leaning back. You don't want to be tipped at all. You want to have this hand out for balance, wrist, fingertips, good command of the ball, eyes up. Okay, now when I say switch, I want you to do a dribble drag. So when you do the dribble drag, you're going to pull the ball backwards, turn, and then you'll be dribbling with your left hand. All right, switch. Okay, good. Keep that dribble alive. You don't want to be leaning. You want to be straight up and down, ball by your hip. Okay, try to raise up maybe a little and put the ball back by your hip. Okay, switch. Switch. All right, good. Okay, now switch again. Okay, now I'm going to say rip. And when you rip, I want you to rip forward, sweep back. Okay, rip. Rip forward, sweep back. Rip. Yeah, there you go. Switch. Switch. Rip. All right, good. Okay, so the rip and the sweep is a method of kind of commanding the ball and avoiding jump balls. The hands of the defender is always in the middle, right? So if you're trying to go from the right side of your body to the left side of your body, you don't want to go in the middle because a smart defender is just going to grab that. So you want to rip over the top or sweep underneath. Squeeze that ball really tight, and those are all little things that I think if you teach kids when they're young to really command the ball, be strong, be solid, you avoid turnovers and allows them to focus on that next level of things. Because really, to be honest with you, you can have the best play and the best intentions possible in basketball, and if you don't have the fundamental skills to execute those things against the defense that's presented to you, none of it's going to work. You know, any coach has been there. You got all kinds of focus and practice on how we're going to do, you know, play triangle, and then we're going to do scissors, and we're going to do elbow, and we're going to do, you know, all these fancy things we think of when we're driving in the car. And if you can't get it done fundamentally, it's kind of wasted time. So spend time on basketball fundamentals. So that's a good job with doing some stationary dribbling drills. Now we'll do just a couple more stationary drills, and then we'll get to the full court dribbling. All right, let's take some time to review a couple of quick stationary ball handling drills without the dribble. So again, let's have your feet facing the basket, about shoulder width apart. So let's just go around our backs with it. Regular around our back. Fingertips to fingertips. Have your thumb and your pinky as wide as possible. Try not to let that ball hit your palm. And then now let's go around your ankles, both ankles. All right, now right ankle, left ankle, figure eight, fingertips, 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 fingertips. Okay, hold up. One quick suggestion on this one, I see a lot of times the kids, they kind of lean way forward like this where all the weight's on their toes. Great suggestion is just say, hey, sit like sit over your heels so that you just bend your knees and you're down like you're sitting, and then you do all those drills like that. It really keeps your back from getting sore, and it helps with your overall balance when you're doing those kind of drills. Then you can do figure 8 dribble. Okay, another thing you can do is a flip catch. So let's go 2 hands in front, 2 hands in back, flip catch. Let's try that. No, like nice and wide, flip catch, go ahead. Flip it up, catch it behind your knees. Flip it up, catch it in front of your knees. You can go flip cross, 1 hand in front, 1 hand behind, and just alternate. Okay, spider dribble is another one. Front, front, back, back. So you're tapping the ball soft, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, bump, back, back. Okay, good. Then we'll do the ricochet dribble. So stand about like this, pound it down, catch it behind your back. We'll go ricochet around this time. So ricochet and then around, ricochet around. Okay, go ahead. Ricochet around. And then get real aggressive with it where you're really pounding it. Okay, now you can go ricochet and then just throw it back. So just throw it right back to yourself. Okay, let's try scissors dribble. See how long you can go with it. Scissors, 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 scissors. Okay, good. All right, let's try throw it up, clap, 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 and try to catch it behind your back. One of the tricks with this one is you throw the ball up, clap. You need to move yourself so that if you didn't move your head, the ball would bonk you right in the nose. But then just before it does that, you go forward with your head and get your arms back. That's the trick to this. Okay, go ahead. Throw it up, click, click, clack, 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 catch it behind your back. Okay. Good. Good. And you can, when you're in a gym, a real gym, you can really toss that thing up there really high. All right, good. Okay, let's move on to some full court drills here for ball control. So now it's time to get out into the open court. We'll do some full court dribbling drills. So first one I like is the walking hard dribble. So I tell the kids, I want you to take 1 dribble every step and pound that ball down really hard. With all ball handling drills, if you are lazy with your ball handling drills, you are not stretching your limitations. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And it's as simple as that. You got to work hard when you're doing your ball handling if you really want to see progression into your ability to command the ball. So the walking hard dribble, you want to take 1 dribble every step, not too high. Keep it on your side, eyes forward, and always down with your right hand, back with your left hand, so you're practicing 50-50 on that, and you're not uncomfortable using your left hand. So all right, go ahead. Pound, 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 pound. Lots of wrists, lots of fingertips, eyes forward. Okay? And then you can do where you're jogging, you're jogging down and back, or you can run down and back. When you run, it really exposes where that ball is placed. If you have the ball kind of in the middle, when you run really fast, people really tend to have a hard time getting that dribble comfortable and commanded. And so that's where having it on your side, keeping it nice and firm, using your wrist really helps you out here. Then we can do a zigzag, so we can go dribble through, zigzag. Okay, so start going to the right, so you're kind of in sync. So go dribble between the legs, dribble between the legs. Go ahead. Dribble through, dribble through, dribble through, dribble through, dribble through. Good. Good. Bring it back. All right, very good. The next drill we're going to look at here is called sweep, rip, sweep. And this one's really going to emphasize the players' need to be strong with the basketball, hold on to it when they're in their pivoting position and they are experiencing defensive pressure. And then it helps get them in the habit of being real assertive when they're trying to take off into a dribble drive to the basket or otherwise beginning their dribble. So we're going to start off with our left pivot foot down, ball on our right side, and we're going to sweep the ball over to our other side and step, then rip and step back, and then we're going to sweep and dribble and hop. So sweep, dribble, hop, right? And then that'll basically put us in the same position, except the ball is now on the other side. So every sweep, rip, sweep is going to change which side the ball is on, and we want the players to make like a little bit of a zigzag. So let's go back to our starting position. And so we're on our right side, knees bent, strong, squeezing the ball. You're not backing down. The worst thing you can do when you're on offense is tip backwards and allow that defensive pressure to get to you. So you want to be strong and assertive and solid. So let's go sweep, rip, sweep, dribble. Good hop, sweep, rip, sweep, dribble. You can do that with defense there as well if you want, just like token pressure. But taking good care of the basketball is really valuable, and you want to help your kids by doing drills that are going to encourage them being confident handling the basketball. So now let's take a look at passing the basketball. So passing the basketball can be done a variety of different ways if you want to have good, solid command of the ball. So a basic pass is just going to be a chest pass. I am a big fan of a dedicated pivot foot. So Megan is a right-handed player, so her left foot would be her dedicated pivot foot. What that would mean is when she's passing the basketball or she's pivoting in a stationary position, her pivot foot would generally always be her left foot. Now, the only exception to that would be in some cases if you're receiving a pass and you're about to shoot it, pivoting on the inside foot does make more sense. But when it comes to ball control and kind of stationary pivoting, I'm a big fan of a dedicated pivot foot. So to tie that in, when you're doing passing, you want to train those tactics, because the last thing you're thinking about in a game is which foot you're pivoting on. You're just kind of focusing on other things. So you want that to be a real solid habit that's built through progression in practice. So you're going to right-handed player, you're going to keep your left foot down, go forward with your right foot when you pass. Audrey's a left-handed player, she's going to keep her right foot down. She's going to go forward with her left foot when she goes into her passes. When you're throwing a chest pass, you want to have your hands on the ball strong, and you want to be down, like have your elbows out a little bit, knees bent, and you want to always, no matter what kind of pass you're throwing, you want your body to be going towards the person that you are passing to. You don't ever want to get on your heels. You don't ever want to be falling backwards when you're throwing a pass if you can avoid it in any way. So you're going towards the person you're passing to. You want to, from the side, if you could see this, you want two hands popping out, like your wrists flicking out. And if you have two C's right here, equal, that's good. Sometimes people kind of dip the shoulder and they push this way and it's too much on one hand. You want that to be nice and neutral and just flick it forward. So let's do some chest passes here. Lane line to lane line. Push that ball out. Flick, use those wrists to flick towards the person you're throwing it to. You get younger players, you're probably lane line to lane line. Older players, I'd probably say start on the lane line, take one step or two steps back. Okay, so now we convert to a bounce pass. You're going to throw it the exact same way. You're going to start around by your tummy, push it out, use your wrists. A lot of times kids here bounce it real high or bounce it hard, and then they want to come up here by their face and they want to throw it down. That's no good. You want to just keep it the same right down here. And for Audrey, she's throwing the ball to Megan. This is halfway. She wants to bounce that ball about 2/3 of the way. And so if it bounces here, hopefully the ball will come up right by your waist. So let's take a look at that. Go ahead. So Audrey, you're about halfway right now. You got to go farther. There you go. Good. Okay, now overhand passes. Let's take a look at overhand passes. With overhand passes, you want your hand underneath and behind the ball, and you want to be ready to use your stomach to push your shoulders forward and turn the ball down with your wrists. Okay, so imagine you're going to go up and you're going to slam dunk it. You're going to turn your wrists forward. Everything is going towards the person that you're passing it to. You want to have all your energy going forward. Also, you don't want the ball way back here behind your head. Sometimes soccer players, they're taught to bring the ball way back above your head and use your stomach to push your shoulders forward and snap it down real hard. So let's take one step back and then go ahead and get into your passes here. Snap them, snap it, throw it nice and hard. You want to be accurate. You want to put that ball on a rope. These types of passes are great for outlet passes, and they're great for skip passes. If you're skip passing in against a zone and you got a three-point shooter waiting, you want that ball to get there as soon as possible before the defense does. Okay, that's good. Now the next one, come on closer together. The next one we're going to review is going to be a side bounce pass. So if you've got a defender up on you real tight, you can't make a straight bounce pass or a chest pass. Maybe the overhand pass keeps getting tipped. So maybe you fake up to get, if I'm here and you fake up, my arms are going to go up. And then at that point, you're going to step sideways and forward because you're always going towards the direction of your teammate, and then throw the ball. So take the ball to your side, step, actually reach out. So your release point is as far out as possible, because the farther out your release point is, the farther I have to go to tip it, right? So if you can get that ball as far out as possible before I can get my hand out there, you're going to successfully complete that pass. Okay, go ahead. Let's do, yep, there you go. Do a fake up every time. Fake up, side bounce pass. Fake up, side bounce pass. Good. So if Megan's going to her right, she's doing an open step. And when she's going to her left, she's doing a cross step. And every time she's keeping her left foot down. And Audrey's backwards because, like there, she did a cross step because she's a left-handed player. Right? And then now maybe we go fake down, and then throw an overhand pass. All right, good. Okay, and then when you're playing against heavy pressure, if you can fake passes before you make passes, you can make that defensive aggression work against the defender, but you always got to be solid. And the only way you're going to be able to be solid is by working on those fundamentals in practice. Push yourself by going fast, and it's really a huge advantage if you're playing aggressive defense and the ball handlers can't handle that pressure. That's a huge advantage for the other team. And if you've ever been involved in games where you can't even hardly get the ball past half court or you can't get into your offense, that defensive pressure just smothers you, and it doesn't matter what your plays are or how good of shooters you are, you can't even get to that point within the game because you don't have good ball control. So work on those ball control fundamentals, improve your game so you can make yourself more valuable to your team. And we'll see you the next time here at Primetime Players Basketball Court.